We've been absolutely sublime in South America, and we have our quarterfinal legs in the Copa Libertadores coming up. However, in the league, we have been absolutely dreadful. We are winless in our last 4 in Série A. We also dropped both legs against Corinthians in the 4th round of the Copa do Brasil. Not really expecting a different result than that. Honestly, we rotated the squad quite a bit to rest up some of our players. But against Sao Paulo, we were just absolutely smoked. Thiago Carmago with a brace. He scored 2 minutes in to put them ahead. We were already down 3-0 at the half, Leonardo getting a goal back in the 50th minute. Then, as I mentioned, we majorly rotated against Corinthians at home. We dropped a 2-1 decision. Osvaldo Pereira picking up the lone goal there. We failed to score on the road and ended up losing 5-1 on aggregate to be knocked out of the competition, but that's because we just wanted to focus on Série A and the Copa Libertadores. We took on Botafogo and got absolutely FM'd in this one. Ron Cruz breaking through in the 53rd minute. We had most of the match momentum, most of the XG. Sadly, we just let up a goal against the run of play. Possession was pretty even, but we more than doubled them up in shots, more than doubled them up in shots on target, more than doubled them up in XG as well, and we just could not make anything happen. And sadly, that has affected our position in the table. We have dropped all the way down into 11th. We played 26 matches in the league. That means an even dozen left to go. Sitting on 33 points. We are 30 points behind Corinthians at the top of the table. But even more importantly, only 9 points ahead of Ceará, currently sitting in 17th in the relegation zone. And our path in the Copa Libertadores is not going to be an easy one. It's an all-Brazil affair. We are taking on Flamengo, a team that we have played 4 times now, and we have not yet beaten them. 3 wins, 1 draw for Flamengo, which means 1 draw, 3 losses for us. Luckily, our last match was that draw, but we are a vastly, vastly different team, it seems, than we were just 3 weeks ago. And a big part of that is Caio Henrique. His form has just absolutely dropped off. Only 1 goal and 2 assists in the last 10 matches that he has played. A 6.57 rating in the last 5. And I think his unhappiness is beginning to far outweigh his usefulness to this team. So much so that I've made the difficult decision of giving Luis Roberto the start in the first leg of our quarterfinal matchup in the Copa Libertadores against Flamengo. It's going to be Jonathan in goal. He has been okay. A couple of those last matches, we did have Pedro Montavani in, especially in the Copa do Brasil. That could have been part of the problem. Ivanzinho is getting the start at left back. We do not have Christian Velasquez. He was suspended after picking up the red card in the last episode. Igor Canella will be our center halves. Souza Silva getting the start on the right side. Eric at the base of the midfield. Beto is out with an injury. Edson, Jose, and Leonardo will be in front of him. It's going to be Manuel Rodriguez on the left, the aforementioned Luis Roberto on the right, and Osvaldo Pereira up the middle, leading the line. He's got 15 goals on the season. He's only scored 1 in a while. Our whole team is basically just falling flat on their faces. Hopefully, we're able to turn that around today. Because frankly, with the form that we are in, I'm now regretting turning down the interview opportunities at Bayern Munich. And oh yeah, we also got one off camera from Inter Milan. So we are wanted by massive, massive clubs out there. The only club we don't seem to be wanted by right now is the one that we are actually managing. Things starting to look rather grim here at Ituano, and we really do need to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and turn things around. It's going to be such a shame to make it to the quarterfinals of the Copa Libertadores only to potentially be relegated from Serie A because our team just cannot keep their crap together. And an early opportunity for Flamengo goes a beg in the first 2 shots of the match, going the way of the home team. Hopefully we can actually have a pretty decent match here, keep things close, maybe even a small lead going back to Novelli Junior. We have played our best in the South American competition, We just have not been playing very well against teams from our home country, and the fact that we are matched up against Flamengo in this particular competition right now, well, that just is probably came at the worst possible time. Clearance recycled by Canella, Sousa Silva, Luis Roberto into the middle, Ivanzinho ahead, Manuel Rodriguez, Leonardo drops it back. Ivanzinho will give it back to Leonardo. That lot of back and forth. Edson Jose Pereira quickly. Luis Roberto, he's able to sneak one home. A bouncer over Kid Glass's arms, and it is Ituano 1, Flamengo 0, and I cannot believe that I'm going to say this, but we have taken the lead in the quarterfinal of the Copa Libertadores. Decent defense there. Luis Roberto, I don't think that Kid Glass really expected Luis Roberto to win that one. I think he thought that his defender was going to do the job and get things done. Meanwhile, Grêmio is taking on Palmeiras, so a lot of Brazilian teams in this quarterfinal still. Short corner kick. Rafael Vitor playing it into Cepeda, dropping it back. Mateus Alves, Andresen blocked. It bounces around. A nice ping-pong shot. And it's going to go past Jonathan. They may have been offside. I think that ball hit enough guys in front that it may have thrown off the rhythm, but I am wrong. The goal has been awarded. How many players did this hit on its way in? 1, 2, 3 in from Marcelo Ryan to tie things up at 1 apiece, just shy of the 30-minute mark in this match. We have so far only managed the one single shot on goal. Blissfully, we made it count, but we are going to need to do more. Arisvaldo Pereira chipping it out toward the far sideline. Luis Roberto cuts it inside his man, plays it forward. Edson Jose, already on a yellow card, gets around his defender into the middle. Manuel Rodriguez pots it home over Kid Glass to restore the 1-goal lead. It's 2-1, Ituano. And, of course, we get a highlight off of the ensuing kickoff. Flamengo looking to get it back rather quickly. Rafael Vitor playing it ahead. Cepeda with space through the line. Mateus Alves. Jonathan, what the hell were you doing? What kind of line was that? You are a professional goalkeeper. I don't care how old that you are, but there is absolutely no way that he should have taken that angle, and all of a sudden it is 2-2. I mean, great ball through to Mateus Alves, but Jonathan, what on God's green earth were you doing? We are massive underdogs, but we are still demanding more from this team. And another Flamengo highlight, another short corner, comes back to Pedro, overtaken. Leonardo picking up the loose ball, playing it out. He's got Luis Roberto. Now Flamengo getting a lot of red jerseys back. Roberto, though, dipsy-doos around the man, takes it into the box, puts the shot on, and that was just not good. But we are keeping the match fairly tight. Good defensive play by Ivanzinho, but Adrielson will win it back. Cepeda into the middle. Mateus Alves, Marcelo Ryan up the left wing. Pedro feeding Pedro. Enrique, he stops, waits for support. Sousa Silva, come on, man! Football Manager, why do you have to constantly screw us over with penalties? I swear it is the major games. It is the moments where we need the most to not be stupid. We give up penalty after penalty after penalty. This time it's Sousa Silva. Luckily, he did not pick up a yellow card, but Rubens with an opportunity to put Flamengo ahead, and he takes advantage. I mean, I got to tell you, at this point, it feels almost comical that things just go against us in the way that they do. It's not a persecution complex. We are still in this match. I understand that. We are playing decently well. I understand that. But 2 of the 3 goals they've scored have been based on rank stupidity and things that... Now, it could very well be that still in FM26, they have the graphical representation does not really reflect 100% accurately what is truly happening in the engine, but it just leads to things looking so stupid and unprofessional. Rodriguez winning it back, almost losing it to Cepeda, playing it forward. Arisvaldo Pereira dropping it. Leonardo out wide. He's got Manuel Rodriguez again, who sneaks around his man, takes it deep in the middle. Leonardo's shot is blocked. Cepeda will clear it into the Ituano end. It will be chased down there by Igor. Can we recycle quickly enough? Nope. The highlight is going to end. Just the 2 shots on target for us. They are the 2 shots that we have scored. And generally speaking, we are not playing terrible football except for those brief moments in the 31st minute and in the 42nd minute where we let up the tying and go-ahead goals. Alves, Village back for Chevelin. Douglas Luiz, Chevelin up ahead. Will win it back into the middle. Eric steps in front of that one. Pereira has it knocked away, but it comes to the feet of Edson Jose. Edson Jose out wide. Manuel Rodriguez. We've played 73 minutes. Cuts it inside. Shoots. Hits the inside of the post. And Flamengo is able to clear. Recycled forward. Rodriguez drops it back for Ivanzinho. We will need to make some changes before Ivanzinho is dispossessed by Village. Goodness gracious. I'm very upset at what's happening here. Fabiano Jaeger is going to come out. Sousa Silva will be replaced by Zorzanon, and we will get Gabriel Rosera to come in at striker. We're leaving Caio Henrique, who is hesitant on the bench. To have our best player not play in such a pivotal match, it just absolutely guts me. And I think we are going to need to find a buyer for Caio Henrique. As much as I hate to say that, as much as I know it will weaken this team, and we do then run the risk of even dropping all the way back to Serie B. There are still a decent number of teams between us and the relegation zone, and 9 points with 12 to play. Okay, we're not like safe, but we are going to drop the away leg to Flamengo 3-2. If it weren't for the ridiculousness, I think we could have pulled this one out, but ridiculousness reigns the day. Thought things might get better in a match against Palmeiras, a team that we'd beaten a couple of times in a row. We did not face our old goalkeeper, Andre. That is because he was sold to Saudi earlier in the season for an offer around 20 million or so, but it was Kua Eliash all over us. We just could not seem to get anything done. And that is why when Burnley came in for Caio Henrique with an offer totaling over $28 million, we decided to take it. He has not finalized the contract with them. He is interested in going to the Premier League, and at this point, I am not interested in having a crybaby around the club. And now Carlau and Zhao have come to us with an issue saying that they don't like my management of the team. It appears to be regarding Caio Henrique. We shouldn't be thinking about selling Caio Henrique, and we're owed an explanation. Half of you guys want me to sell him. The other half of you apparently don't. I'm going to just say he's happy to leave, so I don't see this as an issue. Carlau is satisfied. Zhao disappointed. We are not going to make everyone happy. In fact, right now, we're making pretty much no one happy. In fact, the club atmosphere right now is completely in the toilet, which pretty much explains why we are where we are. And if you can kind of sense I'm feeling a little bit frustrated, you are right on the nose, because I am. Our form in Serie A has been absolutely terrible, and while I should be overjoyed we made it in our first time ever in the competition into the quarterfinals of the Copa Libertadores, I am not feeling great, because again, we are taking on a Serie A team, and we just can't seem to beat those anymore. It's going to be Jonathan in goal, Ivanzinho, Igor, Canella, and Zorzanon in place of Sousa Silva, who needs a rest. Eric at the base of the midfield. Leonardo and Edson Jose are in there. Rodriguez, Luis Roberto, because I do not trust Caio Henrique right now. And Arisvaldo Pereira will be our front three. Our one saving grace is we played decently well on the road in the first leg of this quarterfinal. The downside is that was our first loss so far in the Copa Libertadores. I was kind of hoping that we were going to be able to get through the competition without losing at all, but we're down 3-2 on aggregate, which means that all we need to do is be one goal better at home, and we are going to be fine. However, in the early going, possession is massively tilted in the way of Flamengo. Things not looking great for us. We do have the first shot of the match. However, we were not able to get it on target. Douglas Luiz with a free kick from a fairly dangerous position, but just a little bit too far out and a little too high. Meanwhile, looking around the competition, we got Gremio and Palmeiras. They are tied 1-1 on aggregate. Sao Paulo with a 2-1 lead over River Plate. No score in that match so far today. Pedro Henrique feeding it through. Finds Cepeda into the middle. Tyus Magno almost scoring, but Jonathan getting a hand on that and putting it out behind for a corner. We do need to get a little bit more. We're going to encourage the team right now. We're not going to get too down on them at the moment. I think that has probably been working against us recently, considering we are underdogs in this match and we are in the form that we are in. We are currently out shooting Flamengo. We have started to wrestle back some of those possession numbers as we've moved deeper and deeper into this first half. However, until we hit the back of the net at least once, I am not going to be calm or satisfied, because we are still trailing Flamengo where it counts, and that is on the aggregate scoreboard. It is still 3-2. And right now, it does not look like that is going to change, as things once again starting to tilt in Flamengo's way in the second half of that match. Shooting has not been good enough. Igor Canella are both feeling a little knackered, as is Manuel Rodriguez. So we are going to take Rodriguez off, as much as I hate to do that. And we're going to bring in Fabiano Jaeger. Right now, Caio Henrique is apprehensive, so I am once again loath to bring him in. So we are going to just make the one adjustment at halftime. It's Jaeger in for Rodriguez, as we essentially weaken ourselves on that left wing. Manuel Rodriguez is a fantastic young player. Fabiano Jaeger has done a job when he has come in. He's got 7 goals and 2 assists and 26 total appearances. Ball fed through. Edson Jose is in the box, plays it into middle, finds Leonardo. His shot is blocked. Luis Roberto will drop it back for Ivan Zinho. Leonardo, Eric back for Leonardo, trying to put it into space, but Pedro Henrique is the only one there. Cleared away and won back by Flamengo. It's Cepeda. Rafael Victor back for Douglas Luiz, looking to go over the top. Can't pick out Marcelo Ryan, although Canella took a really weird angle toward that one before finally winning the ball back. Zorzanon, Edson Jose, forward for Luis Roberto. Pereira, again, trying to put it into space, and again, won back by Flamengo. And those are balls that we have in the past gotten to very easily, but since we are in the form that we are in, those little things have been happening. Tyus Magno taking it wide into the middle. Marcelo Ryan dragging the shot beyond the post, and it will remain a 0-0 match, as Jonathan probably would not have been able to get over and make that save if it was on target. Luckily for us, it was not. Speaking of on target, we have only hit the target that one time, so we are going to need to ratchet things up a little bit. We are going to go attacking 56 minutes in. Igor playing it ahead. We are in control. Ivan Zinho, Edson Jose, Luis Roberto. He does have a man on the right wing. There he goes. He got Zorzanon in space with 2 options in the middle. One's Jaeger, and he cannot tuck it under that crossbar. A good delivery from Zorzanon. Not a fantastic finish by Fabiano Jaeger. Meanwhile, Arisvaldo Pereira, Luis Roberto not having the greatest of matches, because naturally, why would they? And we are going to have to make some adjustments here. We're going to put Edson Jose out in place of Luis Roberto and bring in Lionel Torqueta. Pereira is coming out. Gabriel Rosera is going in, and we are going to move him into that target forward role, which he's not as well suited for. You know what? No, we're going to leave him as the false 9. I don't want to mix up too many things and try too hard, but we are once again going to demand more. Only 20 minutes remaining in this match, and normally a 0-0 draw against Flamengo would be a very good result for us. Unfortunately, it's not going to cut the mustard here, as we are actually going to go very attacking with Flamengo in control. Yankov. Again, why are we not challenging? Zorzanon, though, winning the ball back, playing it to the near side, off of the back of... What the hell was that? Come on, Football Manager. Be serious. Fabiano Jaeger just kind of letting it hit him on the butt, doesn't even realize it's there, and they're able to get it back. Thank God it hit the post, and we are once again in control. Played forward. Gabriel Rosera had 4 men around him. Gets it free. Leonardo, Fabiano Jaeger. No dribbling, just to Leonardo. Back for Jaeger. Like, we're barely incrementally moving the ball forward right now. We have no pace. We've got no giddy up. Nothing at all. Ivan Zinho in control. They've got all 11 men behind the ball right now as we bandy it back and forth between our center halves. Igor holding up play. We only have 10 minutes left to get something going here. Ivan Zinho gives it back. Canella. Out wide, Zorzanon had space, but he plays it instead to Eric. Edson Jose quickly to Zorzanon. He had Edson Jose trying to make a run. Ball thrown forward to nobody. Won back, though, by Zorzanon, carrying it deep along that far sideline. He's in the corner, into the middle. Can't pick out Jaeger. It's cleared away. Bravo, but only as far as Ivan Zinho. Ivan Zinho taking it deep, playing it along the line. Leonardo cleared away by Bravo. And once again, Igor looking to recycle it quickly. Ivan Zinho gets around his man into the middle. Fabiano Jaeger back for Ivan Zinho. Taking his time. Leonardo with a drive. That's going to hit off of the post. And Hurtado will play it forward to Tyus Magno, who gets past Ivan Zinho. Jaeger, though, wins it back. Eric throwing it over the top, looking for Gabriel Rosera. It's going to go in on Ketglas, and we absolutely need to do more here. Leonardo with a free kick. He's not going to be able to take it from here. Go for it. Plays it in. Edson Jose, his header is over the crossbar, and so close, but yet so very far, and we are just going to need to kind of go balls to the wall here as far as we are concerned with this offensive play. We're even going to move Eric up. We're going to leave Igor and Canella. Let's move them to advance. I mean, we are seriously just doing whatever we can. Make these guys channel midfielders, maybe get them in and see if we can get something out of this last 5 minutes or so. We looked so very good for so much of that late period here in this second half, but we just could not once again get the ball on target, and the match is going to end 0-0, and Flamengo is going to bounce us from the Copa Libertadores. So that just leaves us with Serie A, and luckily we have matches coming up against teams that we have already beaten, and I hope that 0-0 draw is going to propel us into more success as we are finally starting to clamp down defensively. However, we have very little time to ensure our safety, only 7 points separating us from the relegation zone. Can we hang on? Well, we're going to just have to find out. But what started off as a horrible season became an absolutely fantastic one, which is starting to devolve into a nightmare again.